All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. I'm sitting here with one of our clients, Luke Mann, and he just cracked $10,000 a month. Actually made 12,000. Was that 12?
Yeah, 12.
Fantastic. $12,000 a month with teaching guitar online, and that is a wonderful thing. I myself, as a failed musician, kind of live vicariously through that, and I thought I'll get him here. I'll connect to him via Zoom and have him talk a little bit about his journey, how we got him these results, what actions he took, just to inspire you. So if you like the idea of becoming your own boss, of being free, if you want to be inspired and see what is actually possible, literally from scratch, from beginning, with no prior experience, then pay attention now. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
And yeah, Luke, thanks very much for having the time. Really appreciate that. It is morning right now where you are, right? 8 a.m. or something?
That's right. I just rolled out of bed. This is me pre-coffee, and I rolled out of bed with a collared shirt on. And yeah, I'm really humbled to be on your channel. So thanks, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I always love sharing inspiring stories, and I always remember when you came into our program. First thing I noticed is this guy really knows how to play guitar. Like, really amazing stuff. And we kind of talked off camera before already as well. I myself, as a failed musician, I don't know how you do that, but it's like you fly over the fretboard of the guitar, and that's really, really cool stuff. And here's the important thing that I want to mention right off the bat. I'm so happy to see a guy like Luke being a really talented, very, very amazing guitarist and making money, because musicians are notoriously not necessarily making $12,000 in 1 month. And the interesting part is you are probably making more money than most professional musicians out there.
I would definitely depend on the professional musician. I have some friends that are doing really good, okay, and I appreciate that. But coming from where I was at, just in a van, touring around with several bands and filling in, it never came close to this, And I was playing on a pretty high scale level, going flying overseas and stuff, and yeah, it's much more epic to do this because one, obviously the income's nice, but then the thing about playing as a musician that's not really glorified as much as the 8 hours of travel per day, mm-hmm. and other musicians I know who talked about, like, dude, I went to the Philippines. I'm like, oh my God, how are the Philippines? They're like, well, I saw mostly venues and like, that's it, and I don't want to just look at venues when I fly to the Philippines. I want to check it out. So yeah, man, what's become possible with your course is epic, dude.
Love it. Super happy to be part of that. Now, and that's a cool thing. Like, you've made the 12K in 1 month now, and tell us a little bit. What exactly is it that you're doing for people who don't know?
I teach clients who have a niche sort of appreciation for a certain guitar, a certain style. These tend to be older guys, people who grew up in the 60s, 70s. Oh. They love Pink Floyd and Jimi Hendrix, and I have a buddy of mine who's stoked on these bands right now, and I basically help them explain more of the guitar, like understand what's actually going on, because a lot of these people they learned like one riff on the guitar, or they learned a little piece, or they know like one scale, they know like one place to play on the guitar, but they want to expand. They see people like Slash, like David Gilmour, just ripping the guitar all the way from the top of the neck to the bottom. They're like, where are those notes coming from? So some people want to actually go that far. They want to figure these things out, and so I help them. I explain to them the whole fretboard framework and get them on the next level through a couple of different steps. Besides that, there's other people that are just starting, starting to learn to play their favorite tune, and we start from the beginning there too.
I mean, yeah, like I said, like I see some of the stuff that you've been posting on your Facebook. It looks really, really crazy, and I kind of mentioned that before. like all I'm doing here with this business, like I'm a failed musician myself. I always wanted to be a musician. I tried to study guitar as well, then I had tendonitis, had to stop. And the reason why I wanted to be a musician was I wanted to be free. I wanted to be able to travel the world. I wanted to make good money. And in all honesty, I also wanted to inspire people, right? And failed at that, couldn't make it happen. And maybe even happy that I failed at it, because at the end of the day, I was able to build a business which now allows me to do just these things. I'm happy, I'm free, I can travel the world, I make good money, and I can inspire people. And I still get to play guitar, at least for fun, you know, and that's an amazing thing. So how are you teaching clients? Because it's one of these things, it's one of these niches where a lot of people would say, okay, well, instruments can only be taught in person, you know? You have to sit or stand there in front of the teacher or your student in your case, and you have to play with them and so on and so forth, but you're doing it completely online. How does that work?
It literally, it does work. I mean, like, I can see my clients' hands just fine. Like, and the other thing is...
So you're just doing it over Zoom or over Skype or?
Yeah, Zoom, Skype, Facebook Messenger, any of these video chat apps. But I mean, for one, like anyone who's proficient at the guitar, who at the point where they can teach someone something, you know, not the most advanced thing or just anything really, is already kind of familiar with what it sounds like. So I don't often need to see their fretboard anyway. I mean, I can,
okay.
I can see the guitar really clearly on these live calls, but I can just listen, you know, and I know how they're playing it, and I know when it's whack and when it needs to be different. And so it's just been super transferable, especially like in quarantine. You know, I had some in-person clients that I was working with just because they're so close, like it was easy.
Yeah.
And when quarantine happened, we switched over, you know, and some of them were like a little hesitant, and yeah, it works perfectly fine. Everyone's getting the same results or better results online. So, yeah.
That's kind of the thing too. I mean, I've said this before in previous YouTube videos, that I almost feel like there's this like awakening happening with people from the quarantine times. By the time I'm recording, it's now end of May 2020. Jesus, 2020. And yeah, that's a cool thing too. The month isn't even over yet, so maybe you're even going to reach 15K. It could be we have 5 more days. Yeah, but the thing is, from the quarantine, I feel like a lot of people kind of woke up to the idea of, hey, let me be taught online. Like I know so many people who had a personal trainer in person at the gym. Quarantine hits, they still obviously want to be in shape, so they started getting online coaches for that. So you have to understand, you dear viewer, you have to understand that there's this collective awakening happening of people becoming more and more open to being taught online, even for niches that are previously known to be only possible offline, like guitar, fitness, and so on and so forth. And again, like it works, and I'm super happy to see you crushing it. I kind of mentioned that before as well as we talked off camera. You got a lot of your clients completely manual lead generation, meaning you don't have a funnel, all right? You're not running ads. You don't have a YouTube channel or anything. We're in the process of doing some of these things for you because you're now more advanced, but it's absolutely unnecessary to get to your first 10K. You don't need ads, you don't need a YouTube channel, you don't even need a big Instagram account, none of these things. Do you have an Instagram? How many people follow you on there?
I have like 2,000 followers, you know, and I'm probably shadow banned, and I still get like, I still get a good amount of clients. But like you were saying, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like you don't need 50 clients.
Yeah.
You can literally just get the one, you know, depending on your pricing, you could literally just get one.
I love it. I'm looking at your Instagram right now. At the time of recording, you have 2,252 followers. And yeah, you don't need any of that. And yeah, like you said, like if you focus on a proper niche audience like you, and an audience that has the buying power and an audience that is willing to learn and pay attention, it just works. It's easy to get to your first 10K a month, and I'm super duper happy. And obviously now, next steps for Luke, in case you're wondering, is we just got him into our advanced program. This is what we usually do. We help people to get from zero, from nothing, with probably very little business experience or no business experience, to their first $10,000 a month. And in there, we get them into the advanced program. And Luke, what we're going to do for you now is going to build your small niche brand now, meaning we're going to leverage your social media a little bit more. We're going to build together with you a YouTube channel, a little bit of a niche presence online. And then slowly but steadily, more and more clients will come to you. And it will be more and more easily for you to crack 10K a month, get you to 25K a month, 50K a month, and then we'll see how far we can go. Out of our own experience, Luke, and I don't want to put thoughts in your head, out of our own experience, people become fairly content around the 20 to 30K a month benchmark. We always try to push them to make the 100K a month because then they can literally make 7 figures in a year. And obviously that's what we're going to push you for that as well. But then again, like some people just stay at 20, 30K a month saying, I'm fine, I'm cool here. I advise you to keep pushing because why not? It's possible. We've seen it before. But yeah, we can talk more about this in detail later. And yeah, like I said, you don't need a funnel, you don't need any of that, and you don't have that to crack your 12K months so far. And then also, a lot of your clients are so happy that they continuously buy from you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing on scaling that I want to say is like, because I've heard it from you, I've heard it from your mentors. It's not even like, why should I scale up to 100K a month, but rather like, why shouldn't you? And obviously, I'll probably have a different mindset, different opinion on that once I get closer. But in the meantime, I like what you said about that. And I remember signing on people in the beginning. I was like, I kind of had a bit of a pit in my stomach, like man, it was kind of hard to generate all these clients, and then like, what's it gonna be like upselling them or something? But dude, like everyone's so stoked on the results, it's pretty much, I think it would come more off guard if I like presented it to them as if we weren't going to continue, because like literally I'll put together a call to talk about, the next, what we're going to do going forward. Yeah. And they themselves are talking about are already talking in future tense, they're just like, yeah, it would be silly to not keep going.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. I mean, that's exactly the same that we're doing too. It's only in our interest to get our clients great results. I love working a little bit more to get our clients results because at the end of the day, it's good for us because our happy clients can refer us. Happy clients can leave us great testimonials. Happy clients can continuously buy from us. And it's just a win-win. We make our clients happy. Clients buy again from us, which makes us happy. And then we're just part of this upward spiral of amazingness and of support for each other. And yeah, Luke, what does your everyday life look like? You kind of mentioned it earlier off camera when I apologized for doing this interview so early. You're in the West Coast. You're in LA right now, or?
Yeah, I think early is relative, and this kind of ties into your question too, because I mean, dude, if I wanted to, I could wake up at 1, but just because I try to fit in everything, I try to make a day out of it. So I wake up at 8. Spend some time with my girlfriend until 10 or 11. And then, I got some calls. I start working in the middle of the day. If I want to go, like, let's go play tennis or whatever, I just go. And same with like mountain biking or surfing, whatever. But mostly I just kind of, like, I remember it would always be like, oh man, should I get Thai food? I don't know, it's a lot of money, but no, I just go buy Thai food, dude. If I want Thai food, I go buy it. And it's sweet, dude. And
it's so funny.
And it's cool. Like when I started, I just wanted to get my situation handled, but looking into the future, like I'm just excited about ways I could give back, to people that were there for me, that raised me or that people that are just close to me,
Yeah.
And I think this program came to me at a really good time because it was always, I had heard so much about becoming a man in your prime. And I really wanted to make sure that my shelter was dope, and that I was hunting the lions just right, and it was time to handle my stuff. And this has been absolutely the best way to do it. When I'm working, it doesn't feel like work. I literally just call people. We talk about guitar for an hour. It's stuff that I'd be doing with my buddies anyway. And it just happened to get great results. And yeah, I just happen to get fuel for the business. That's literally what it's become, because I'm taking guitar lessons myself. I haven't been able to do that for a long time, but now I'm taking guitar lessons one-on-one with my favorite guitar player, and as well as venturing into the jazz with another guitar player who's super good. And I literally just regurgitate that information back to my clients. The business fuels itself. It's so sick, and I'm excited for what's next.
Man, what you just said, you've just touched on so many beautiful things. I mean, on one hand, you said you're able to go outside, you go surfing. I mean, how cool is that? You live in LA, you can go surfing. You know, I come from Austria. We don't have a sea or an ocean. The Thai food thing, you know, it really is the small things in life. I never forget how I made my first money back in the days, and the first thing I did for myself was, first I paid back to my parents. Second of all, I paid back to my brother. I bought them presents, and then I gave them good Christmas presents for that year. And then the next thing that I started buying was healthy food, because I couldn't afford proper food. And then I'm like, oh my God, I can buy the organic vegetables, and it's so beautiful that you said you want to give back. And it's also so beautiful that you said you can be in this position where you can continue to learn for yourself, to get better at your craft, and to just put more resources in that. And that just really, it kind of hit a little place in my heart that makes me just really, really realize how happy I get to be in this position of being part, at least a little bit, you know, of
part of it. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah, thanks, man. Just being part of someone's epic journey, it just touches me on such a deeper level, and it really makes me appreciate the living hell out of what we're doing and what our clients are doing and everybody. And I'm also happy I get to share this with you on YouTube here. Luke, really, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate that. We'll chat a little more. At the end of the day, I wanted to show you this video here of Luke, just as another wonderful interview with one of our clients, crushing it. 12K in 1 month. Month isn't over yet. You can definitely crack the 15K. We'll talk about this now. And if you also say, this sounds great, you get inspired by Luke's story, you also want to become successful as an online coach or as an online service provider, you want to monetize your skill, you want to get into that sweet freedom, then you can book a free consulting call, either with me directly or with an expert from our team. There's a link down in the description below, or a link that appears somewhere here right now. You click on that, you can read through the page to get a little bit more information. At the bottom of the page, you fill out the application. It takes you 2 minutes to fill it out, and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Again, the call is entirely for free. Only catch is we can only do so many calls a day, meaning we have limited spots, and you have to fill out the 2-minute application beforehand, just to show us a little bit more about you, what your information is, what your goals are. And then on the call, we'll look at your situation, we'll look at your goals, we'll help you get there, we'll tell you what exact steps you can do in your specific situation to get there. We'll look at your skills, right? Sometimes people come to us, they don't know what it is that they want to be offering. We can analyze your strengths, we can tell you what exactly fits well for you, and we can help you get started. So link down in the description below, jump on a call. I'd be very excited to help you out. Thank you very much for watching, and GG.